Hello my friends, this is Jeannie. Welcome to my channel. For those who are returning visitors, welcome back and thank you. This is part 4 and I do believe the final part of my process videos where I share with you how I make my flip books. I will link part 1, 2, and 3 down below so that you can check them out and catch up with what I have done so far. So far, we have completed all 3 of the inside panels, including the flip panel. We also completed, what else did we complete? We also completed the back of the flip book. The back of the flip book was actually the first panel that we decorated. Today, we are going to complete the cover of the flip book and also the inside cover as well. So these are the only 2 covers left to be decorated or embellished, and then our flip book is complete. So if I remember, last time we spoke, I said to you that I wanted to do a shaker element and a slider element for this panel and the front panel. I've been thinking about this since the last video, and I'm definitely going to do a shaker element on the front cover of the flip book for sure. But this inside cover, I'm going to try to create something here that doesn't add too much dimension, because as it is right now, this book is getting pretty thick, and I mean, it's already got a little bit of a bulge and it doesn't even have any goodies in it, so I don't think I want it much bulgier. Is that a word? I might have made up a word. I'm not sure. I don't want it much thicker or stocky. Pick a word, any word, whatever word works for you, than what it is right now. Because if it does get any wider than this, it's not going to close properly, or it's going to be a little wonky. And we all know I don't like wonky. So I looked through the, Easter Express paper pad that we have been using to create this flip book, and decided to just use a couple of sheets of the paper and also some ephemera. And I'll show you the ephemera to create a panel for this. So this panel here is 6 by 6. And I thought that I would have at least 2 layers in addition to this one. And for each layer, I want at least 1/4 inch border to show. So because this is 6 by 6, I cut 2 more panels. One of the panels was 5.5, and the next panel was 5. So by cutting it at 5.5 and then 5, that left me with 3 layers and 1/4 inch border around each one. I'll show you what I mean. So this is the complete panel, okay? And what I did was just grab one of the sheets from that book, that Easter Express book. It didn't even matter which sheet I used, because I knew that I was going to trim it with that same washi tape that I used to trim the back of the book, so that, you know, they kind of work together, flow together. You see that? So this back panel really didn't matter. All that mattered, it didn't matter in terms of decoration. What did matter was the size that I trimmed it down to. So this back panel right here was trimmed down to 5.5. And then this next panel is another sheet of pattern paper from that same paper pad. Here it is, Easter Express from this same paper pad. I picked out another panel and I cut that panel or that sheet down to 5 inches, 5 by 5. I inked the edges of that panel, put it on top of the one I lined with the tape, and look how pretty that looks. Okay, so you have some interest without adding too much dimension or too much bulk. This tag right here, and also this little banner right here was from the Echo Park ephemera pack, and this one is Celebrate Easter. I didn't use much of this. I thought I would use more of this, but actually once I looked through it, I wasn't a big fan of a lot of what was in here. Oh well, it happens, right? You buy something and it's not exactly what you hoped it would be. But there were some cute things in there, including this sentiment right here, which is super cute. It says, "Eat the ears first." Come on, we all eat chocolate bunnies and we all know where we should start, right? Start with the ears. So I thought I would add that. This was a tag that was in that ephemera pack. I just inked the edges and I added a little bit of ribbon. This ribbon I actually got from the Dollar Tree. Isn't it sweet? Check that out. Little carrots on it. Okay. And then this tag, just to give it a little more interest, I did a little, you see that little bow right there? That's a punch out using this mini bow punch. And I just added a flat back pearl to it and put it on top of the basket. And again, you get a little bit of interest without adding too much bulk. These adorable peeps, that's a Gina Marie die that I used, and what I did was cut out a couple of the peeps, different color cardstock, and I used my Wink of Stella on them and just added some little eyes and stuck that to the front, and here we have our completed panel. I think it turned out really, really cute. I mean, this is just essentially using a little bit of this, a little bit of that, whatever was left on my desk after I completed the majority of the book. So I encourage you, definitely use your scraps, okay? So this panel, I think, is going to look absolutely adorable here. Check that out. I think it looks good. So let's go ahead and adhere that panel and call that one done, done, done. So I am so excited to be completing this flip book today. My plan for this flip book is to send it off to someone. I have a long list of people that I have been meaning to send Happy Mail to, people who have blessed me in the past with Happy Mail, or people who I've just grown to really admire here on YouTube. And I've been really bad. I have quite the accumulation of projects there that I finished, but haven't mailed them out yet. So I'm hoping by next weekend to have all of my Happy Mail in the mail. So there we go. Got it. I think quite a few people are going to be receiving my Easter Happy Mail after Easter, but that's cool. That's okay, right? So how cute is that panel? Check that out. Okay, so, and I intentionally left the ribbon a little longer so that it peeks out of the book a little bit. Looks like bunny ears, doesn't it? How cute is that? Okay, so that's that. That panel's complete. Okay, now the last panel is this front one. So let's go ahead and decorate that one. Again, I wanted to have a sky and a grass. So I cut a layer of that blue watercolor cardstock that I've been using. I cut it 5.5. Again, you remember this is 6. This is 6 by 6. I'm going to cut whatever I put on top of it 5.5 by 5.5 so that I create a 1/4 inch border all around. And then I inked that up, and this is what I have. Now you're wondering, right? You're probably wondering, what is this hole? What is this hole? What is this all about? Well, what I did was I created this little shaker element. And guys, I'm not going to go into how I created or really show you how I created this shaker element in this video, because it would take forever and a day. If you're interested in seeing how or knowing how I created this, or if you're interested in a tutorial on how I did this, just leave a comment down below, and if I get enough interest, I'll do a separate video. But I created this little shaker by, first of all, using a circle die to cut the circle exactly where I intend on planting or adhering that shaker card. In this case, I wanted it down in the corner down here because I have plans for a banner to go across here. Okay, so once I adhered my sky, my grass, I took a circle die cut, and it's a dotted circle die cut by Lawn Fawn. I cut the circle in the center. The section of paper that was cut out, I used it as the back to my shaker element so that I know it would fit perfect. You see that? Perfect, perfect, perfect. And why did you cut it out, you might be asking? Because I wanted the shaker part to be popped up a little bit. Okay, and that's why I did it that way. So the first thing I'm going to do is adhere this panel right here, and I stamped the sentiment on it. Hey Chicky, happy Easter. And that'll make a little more sense once I attach my little shaker. It's a little chickie in there, right? How cute is that? Okay, and that is Lawn Fawn ink, and that one is called Bubblegum. It's one of the new releases by Lawn Fawn this year. So I'm going to adhere this panel down like this, and then I'm going to adhere this on top there, and then using a Gina Marie die, I have this awesome banner, and it's bunnies and carrots. I'm going to put it across the top like that, and the front panel, my friends, will be complete. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I already have my tape on back of this. So I am actually getting a late start to this video. It is, right now it's about 2 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning. I had, actually no, Sunday morning. I had hoped to film this video Saturday so that I can post it Saturday night, or upload it Saturday night, and have it go public Sunday morning. But my dog, my beautiful Jinxie, she is not doing well, my friends. No, she's not. She had a vet visit today, and we found out that she's anemic. Jinxie is a 12-year-old Boston Terrier. She's a rescue. She was rescued from a serious hoarding situation. We've had her since she's, what, 2 years old? So that's my baby girl. So when I took her to the vet today, I wasn't expecting the news that I got. And the end result is I had to check her in to an emergency vet clinic so that she can have a transfusion, because her red blood cell count was super low. She, last I spoke to the vet, she was having her transfusion and doing well. So I'm thinking she's going to recover and she's going to be fine. But oof, it was stressful. Just the thought. But anyway, God is good. Think positive thoughts, because I will be picking up my baby girl. If not tomorrow, I'll be picking her up the next day. So yay. All right. So here's that panel. Adhere the panel. Let's go ahead and adhere the shaker element. Yeah, Jinxie is one of my older rescues. She was actually one of my first rescues. I rescued 2 black cats, and I had them until they were 13 and 14. They have since passed away. I also rescued another Boston Terrier. He was about 11 years old when he passed away. And so Jinxie's my last one. She's my last girl from the original crew that I rescued. I have other animals that I have rescued. I have Braxton. He's an Australian cattle dog pit bull mix. He's beautiful. He's a rescue. I've had him now for about, I rescued him when he was 2. He's about 5 now. And I have 2 black cats that I rescued. They are about, wow, 5 or 6 years old now, those 2. But before those 2 came into my life, I had 2 other black cats. Like I said, Shadow and Willow. They were my first 2 rescues. And they lived very long lives. So there we go. That looks awesome. Happy with the way that looks. Check that out. Look. Super cute. Okay. Now all we have to do is add this. And I think we are done. So I am a big time animal advocate. I rescue a lot. I volunteer a lot. I foster. It's actually how Braxton came into my life. I was fostering him, and my husband fell in love with him. And so when it came time to take him to his adoption event, we took him. We did. But as soon as we arrived, my husband started filling out his adoption papers because he couldn't part with him. And Braxton has been with us ever since, and he is a sweetheart. So yeah, we were foster failures big time. But he is a sweet boy. He really is. All right, let's see. This is a really delicate dye, but it's such a fun dye. This is, like I said, a Gina Marie die cut. Let's see, let me sit up a little bit so I can. There we go, that looks good. How cute is that? So what I did was I cut the dye. I cut 2 dyes. 2 of those. One in white cardstock and the other one in orange cardstock. Then I went through and snipped the orange off of the ones that I cut in orange and adhered them on top of the white. So that I have, you know, carrots and little white bunnies. And then this blue, that's just my Wink of Stella, no, not Wink of Stella, Spectrum Noir marker, glitter marker that was gifted to me by a lovely subscriber, Megan. And I will be posting that Happy Mail video soon. Then I used some bling, flat back pearls and bling. to add little bunny tails to these cute little bunnies. I'm probably going to add a little bling there and there. Maybe. I'll think about that one. But guess what, guys? I think we just finished this flip book. So let's see what it looks like. How exciting. Exciting, exciting, exciting. So see? Oh my gosh. Look at that little shaker card. That little shaker looks super cute. Hey, Chickie. Happy Easter. And don't be afraid to add shaker elements or slider elements or any kind of interactive element to your projects. I know it might seem a little intimidating, but you know, once you do your first one, the second one becomes easier. Once you do your second one, the third one becomes even easier. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Don't be intimidated by something. And if you mess up the first time around, so what? You just do it again. I can't tell you how many screw ups I had before I finally figured out how to do shakers. But I'm happy that I pushed through it and I learned. And look, how cute is this? Okay, so here's the first one. Hey, Chickie, happy Easter. We open this way. Here we have that tag we made with the peeps. Eat the ears first. That is too cute. Opens this way. We have these beautiful pages. We have this element here that flips up. I'm probably going to add a little glue there. That sticker there keeps popping up. We have the eggs here that are about to hatch, and boom, they hatch. We have these adorable chicks. One is wearing a cute little bow with flat back pearl. Over here we have a beautiful picket fence with these gorgeous flowers. We have clouds. There's room down here for another sentiment. I haven't put the sentiment here because I haven't decided which friend I'm going to send this to. Depending on who receives it, I will know what sentiment to put there. Up here we have a continuation of the sky. Happy Easter. Super cute. I love the way that looks. And on this side here, again, we have another house, another fence with some flowers. I added the clouds to give the sky some life. We have this gorgeous tree back here. All of these are pockets that you can put goodies in for sure. You know, you can put goodies in here. When the person removes them, they still have a beautiful book that they can hopefully look back on, you know, with a smile and remember who gave it to them. So that is the book, and that is the back. So this completes my tutorial, my friends. I truly hope that you enjoyed the process. My next process video is going to be a pocket letter. You know, I've been working on a loaded envelope, but I'm not happy with the way that it turned out. So I think I'm going to start that one from scratch. And maybe I'll film that one, and maybe after the pocket letter we'll do a loaded envelope, which is new to me. Oh my gosh, never done one before, so wow, wow, wow. You talk about a little bit intimidating. I was so intimidated by that entire concept, but I think I overthunk it, and the one I was working on didn't turn out the way I had hoped. So I'm going to do another one and film that one. So thank you for those who took the time to watch all 4 of my process videos. I appreciate it, and I hope you will visit me again. This turned out super cute, guys. What do you think? I'm happy with it. Until next time, my friends, be well. Bye-bye.